So what we have here today is a Roxon toolbox packed full of pretty cool tools. This is the Roxon KS2E. E stands for Elite, and you can tell it because right there on the handle it does have the Elite symbol. And one of the first things we'll notice that changes is we've got D2 on the knife blade. So now we have an upgraded knife blade as opposed to the 5CR 15 MOV, I think it was, on the other one. Now, also what we get is a bit kit. We'll get to that in a little bit, but let's go ahead and look at some of the other functions on this tool. So we've got a knife on this side, which is one of the longer tools. And then on the other side, we actually have a saw. And this is one of the functions that they sneak in there. And I actually did a whole video on this already, and I missed this completely. So there's a saw right there. And then we have these functions right here. We've got the can opener and the bottle cap lifter. So the bottle cap lifter, that's the tool I always joke about, but it is useful for a lot of people. We do have the awl as well. And then we have this tool right here that I'm not sure exactly how useful it is, but it will be useful to some people. We've got a tiny little file. We've got a micro measuring ruler depth gauge, but my favorite part of this tool is actually the Phillips driver, because you can put the Roxon tool system on it, the 4mm toolkit right here. And so then you can fit this right here, all these bits right here, and for only $8 more than the normal Roxon KS2, you get this bit kit and an upgraded blade, which I think the bit kit alone is worth that $8. I think the bit kit goes for somewhere around $10 on the website, so seems sort of like a no-brainer. Now, I did want to mention that big thanks to Roxon for sending this tool to the channel, but in all honesty, I did have a little bit of an issue with this tool, because when I close this, it doesn't always happen, but right there it is. It gets hung up on the side right here, but all I have to do is just tap it down, and then it does go down right away. I do want to see if the other Roxon had the same issue. I'm not sure why mine is doing that. I don't know if it's, no, my other one doesn't. So it might just be the tool that I got. So it doesn't actually hit the side at all. So for some reason, this new one does hit the side at times, not all the time. And then you have to sort of see right there and then just push it down. But anyway, keep that in mind. All right, so let's move along. And then we do have a great set of scissors. And one of my favorite things about this is they get to store a little piece, a little tiny tweezer in the handle. So I always like it when there's things stored here and there. Talking about things stored, there is also a micro safety glass breaker at the bottom. So don't forget that. If you're in a car wreck and you need to escape, you can whip out your Roxon KS2E and you can escape from your car. Hopefully. Please don't try that underwater. All right, so what we have right here is these scissors, and they cut very well on the tip and also on the bottom right there. So they do an excellent job with paracord. And then I can get some plastic right here, and then they just slice through this plastic as well. So they seem to be fairly versatile scissors that actually work very good. So the scissors and the knife definitely are the star of the tool. I really think Roxon is doing a great job with these new tools, and it seems really great. G10 sides right here, scales as well, and then you do get your toolkit as well. So big kudos to Roxon for that. So again, on your older style Roxon, you have basically everything that seems pretty close the same to your new Roxon. Again, you've got your scissors with the tweezers in the handle. You've got your knife, your saw, and your 3 implements on this side as well. So again, it's basically the bit kit and the D2 still change that I see is the big difference between these two with the upgrades. So let's go ahead and just go over this information in case I missed anything. We've got the scissors, the knife, the saw, Phillips screwdriver, And they call the threader. We've got the bottle opener, flat screwdriver. That's number 12. So they do, sometimes manufacturers do, sometimes they don't. They label this at the end as your flat screwdriver right there. All right, so we've got the flat screwdriver, belt clip, window breaker, the file, the awl can opener, and the tweezers. So I think I've covered most everything right there. I've got instructions about how to use all these tools as well. I am seeing this 10-year warranty right here, so keep that in mind. That's what they're having on some of these tools. And then probably this right here will interest some people, the material. We've got the D2 knife, and then some people said that this is, I think, a German grade of steel as well. Not as familiar with that right there. And then some of this material is 5 CR15 MOV. We've got 420 for the tweezers. And then we do have the ceramic, I guess it says, window breaker, and G10 for the scales. So pretty cool right there. Roxon definitely doing some great stuff. $38 for the new version, $30 for the old version. And then also Roxon does have this little pouch right here where you can throw in your set and it fits in there nicely. Now, what is Roxon sort of competing against? Well, I think one of the companies they might be is against Gerber with their Lockdown series. This is the Gerber Lockdown Drive Slim version. You've got your really nice clip. You've got your gigantic pry bar right here. And then you do have your fold out scissors. Now, I just realized tonight that I still do not have the regular Gerber Lockdown Pry, the full version. So I may have to pick that up here the next coming weeks. We'll see. But I feel like the Gerber scissors actually do an excellent job on paracord. And then, of course, on this small stuff, they just slice right through as well. So when it comes to scissors, both of these tools actually do an excellent job. Now, when we talk about price, the Gerber is a lot more irregular in price. So it can go from anywhere for $25 on sale to $60 on Gerber's website. It's somewhere in the middle, or it's on either end, somewhere around there. Now, when we talk about the Lockdown Drive, this is a tool that has blades everywhere. We've got X-Acto, placeable blades. We've got an awl right here. Then we do have a knife on the other side. And then we even have a chisel, and we do have the file as well. And then we do, on this side, we have a bit driver. Now, a lot of people were not a fan of these tools at all, but I have to say that I am. There's something about it when you hold these in the hand. They have a heavy weight to them. I love the design of them, and I've just always been a fan. So I feel like when it comes to these two, are they really competing? Who knows? The Roxon's a lot smaller. It's got a lot more functions. To be honest, it's a more complete toolbox. Probably it's more of a competition against Victorinox, but it does have a shape, that square shape that does remind you a little bit of the Gerber series. No matter what, I feel like both of these offer a lot of value. I guess, am a little bit partial to Gerber, but I do like what Roxon is doing. They're offering a lot more value. They're upgrading their steel, and they do have these bit kits, and they just always seem to be doing new and exciting things. So I do like the Roxon, and I feel like this does offer a ton of value for $38. It's hard to see where you could go wrong.